The Galactic Combat Academy's training arena fell silent as Daisy stepped onto the platform. Around her, cadets from 17 different species watched with barely concealed amusement. Humans were rare at the academy, rare enough that most species still considered them curiosities rather than threats. William stood at the edge of the crowd, his jaw tight. He'd tried to warn the others about underestimating Earth's representatives, but nobody listened to a human when Krithian warriors and Zalkeen berserkers filled the ranks. Across from Daisy stood Vexter, a towering Krithian whose species had conquered 42 systems before joining the Galactic Federation. His exoskeleton gleamed under the arena lights, and in his 4 primary arms, he held his pride, a plasma jade warstaff forged from compressed newt, a weapon that had ended the lives of 300 opponents across his career. The human female wishes to spar. Vexter's translator rendered his clicking laughter into something almost melodic. I shall be gentle, soft-skinned. Daisy rolled her shoulders, her expression unchanged. She wore standard academy fatigues, carried no weapons, and stood barely 5'6" compared to Vexter's 9-foot frame. To every observer except William, this looked like a massacre waiting to happen. The arena's AI referee materialized between them. Standard sparring rules apply. First to yield or first incapacitation ends the match. Combatants, acknowledged, Vexter rumbled. Acknowledged, Daisy said quietly. The holographic referee dissolved. Vexter moved first, his speed impressive for his mass. The warstaff hummed through the air, its plasma edge leaving traces of superheated air. It was a testing strike, meant to gauge his opponent's reflexes. Daisy didn't dodge. She stepped forward, inside his guard, and caught the staff with her bare left hand. The arena's collective gasp was audible. Vexter's 4 eyes widened. The plasma edge should have carved through flesh and bone like a laser through vapor. Instead, it sputtered against her palm, unable to penetrate. He pulled back, applying force that should have launched a human across the arena. Daisy didn't budge. Interesting weapon, she said conversationally. Then she squeezed. The neutronium star forged under the gravity of a dying star, compressed to withstand the heat of stellar core, crumpled in her grip like aluminum foil. The plasma conduits erupted in a shower of sparks. Daisy tossed the twisted metal aside, where it clattered against the arena floor in 2 smoking pieces. Every scanner in the facility activated simultaneously. Alert, unauthorized strength, biological impossibility detected. Scanning. Species. HUMAN confirmed. Density readings. Error. Structural integrity. Error. How is she human? The AI's confused query broadcast across every cadet's neural link. Vexter stared at his destroyed weapon, then at Daisy, then at his 4 empty hands. For the first time in his 15-year military career, he understood what prey felt like. I yield, he whispered. The arena exploded into chaos. Cadets shouted questions in 17 languages. Instructors rushed toward the platform. Medical scanners targeted Daisy from every angle, trying to understand what they were seeing. William pushed through the crowd and reached Daisy's side. You couldn't have held back a little, he muttered. He was using a lethal weapon on a gentle strike, Daisy replied, her voice level. I responded appropriately. Commander Threll, the Academy's headmaster and a veteran of the Federation's most brutal campaigns, materialized on the platform. His species, the Architects, were known for their analytical minds and unshakable composure. Right now, he looked shaken. Cadet Daisy, he said slowly, his translator struggling with his native language's confusion markers. Our scanners indicate you're human, unmodified human, no cybernetics, no genetic enhancement, no symbiotic augmentation. That's correct. Sir, then explain how you just destroyed a neutronium weapon with your bare hand. Daisy exchanged a glance with William. He gave a slight nod. Sir, Daisy said, humans didn't evolve on a paradise world. Earth has 1.0 standard gravity that's 30% higher than Federation average. Our atmosphere is 21% oxygen, which most species consider a fire hazard. We evolved alongside predators that could smell fear, so we learned to endure pain without showing it. We're pursuit predators. We're built to chase, to endure, to outlast. She held up her hand, unmarked from catching the plasma edge. Our bone density is triple the galactic average. Our muscle fiber composition is considered absurdly redundant by your medical texts. We have a skeleton on the inside and the outside skin, sir, multiple layers of it, and we heal from injuries that would permanently disable most species. Commander Threll's translator emitted a sound like a sigh. The Federation's xenobiological database lists humans as Class 7 minimal threat. The Federation's database, William interjected, was compiled by species who never had to fight for their place in the food chain, who never knew what it meant to be prey. He looked around at the assembled cadets, at the warriors from species that had conquered star systems through technology and numbers. You built ships to escape your worlds. We built ships because we'd already conquered ours. Daisy picked up a piece of Vexter's shattered staff. In her hands, the neutronium bent like clay. We didn't come to the stars because we were ready, Commander. We came because staying on Earth meant fighting each other, and we got tired of that. So we decided to see what else was out there. She dropped the metal fragment. We're not trying to intimidate anyone. We're just ... human. The arena remained silent. Vexter, still on the platform, looked at Daisy with what might have been respect. The Crithian Empire conquered 42 systems, he said slowly. We thought ourselves the galaxy's finest warriors. He gestured at his broken weapon. We never fought on a death world. We never had to become weapons ourselves just to survive. Commander Threll's compound eyes studied both humans for a long moment. Then he turned to address the arena. Attention all cadets. Effective immediately, all human cadets are reclassified to threat level pending further evaluation. He looked back at Daisy. And someone update the xenobiological database. I suspect we've been dramatically underestimating our newest Federation members. As the crowd dispersed, still buzzing with shock, William bumped Daisy's shoulder. Think you overdid it. Daisy smiled slightly, the first emotion she'd shown since entering the arena. We've got 300 million years of evolution telling us to be tough, William. I was actually holding back. Somewhere in the Academy's central computer, the AI continued scanning, trying to understand how something so seemingly fragile could be so impossibly strong. Its query remained unanswered, echoing through the digital void. How is she human? The answer, had it possessed the context to understand, was simple. She was human precisely because her species had spent millions of years learning to survive on a world that tried to kill them every single day, and that made all the difference.